everyone, today I will be presenting The Maze Runner by James Dashner. This book is a dystopian fiction novel, first published in 2009, and has gained global popularity, including a film adaptation. In this presentation, I will cover its publication details, provide a brief synopsis, discuss contemporary themes, and analyze key narrative techniques used in the book. First is synopsis. The story follows Thomas, a teenage boy who wakes up in a mysterious place called the Glade, with no memory of his past. The Glade is surrounded by a giant, ever-changing maze, and the only way out is to solve it. The Gladers, a group of boys also trapped here, have created a survival-based society. Every day, runners enter the maze, searching for an exit, but deadly creatures called grievers make it almost impossible. Everything changes when Teresa, the first girl, arrives with a cryptic message triggering a chain of events that forces the Gladers to uncover the truth behind the mess. In the end, they realize they are part of an experiment conducted by Wicked, a secretive organization attempting to save humanity from a deadly virus. Next is publication details. The title is The Maze Runner. The author is James Dashner. Publication year is 2009. Publisher is De La Corte Press. Genre is young adult dystopian fiction. Adaptations, film adaptation in 2014. Next is character list. Thomas, protagonist, challenges the system, becomes a leader. Teresa, first girl in the Glade, connected to Wicked, shares a psychic link with Thomas. Newt, second in command, compassionate but firm leader. Minho, head runner, expert in navigating the maze. Gally, antagonist, resists change, represents blind loyalty. Albie, first leader of the Gladers, represents struggle to maintain control. The Grievers are biomechanical creatures, symbolize fear and control. Dystopian themes in The Maze Runner. Dystopian literature often presents societies where individuals struggle against oppressive systems, loss of identity, and extreme survival challenges. The Maze Runner by James Dashner exemplifies these characteristics, immersing readers in a world where young boys, known as Gladers, are trapped in an enclosed maze with no memory of their past. Throughout the novel, Dashner explores key dystopian themes of science and technology. Wicked uses advanced technology such as the maze, grievers, and memory erasure to manipulate the Gladers. The novel explores how technology can be used as a tool for both protection and oppression, raising ethical concerns about the use of science for power. The Gladers have no choice but to navigate a world built to control them, mirroring contemporary fears of surveillance and loss of autonomy. Next, themes of ethics of human experimentation. Ethics of human experimentation. Wicked claims that their cruel experiments are necessary for humanity's survival, but this justification is deeply flawed. The novel questions whether the ends justify the means, a dilemma relevant to scientific ethics, war, and political decision making. Thomas and the Gladers ultimately reject this logic, proving that morality should not be sacrificed for progress. Themes of identity and memory. The Gladers have no memories of their past, making them question who they are and what defines identity. Without memory, are they truly themselves, or are they just products of wicked manipulation? Thomas' journey is not about escaping the maze. It is about reclaiming his identity and understanding his role in a larger system. Contemporary narrative techniques. Intertextuality. Intertextuality in The Maze Runner can be seen through its echoes of other dystopian narratives and philosophical concepts like Plato's allegory of the cave, exploring the themes of freedom, control, and the nature of reality. Plato's allegory of cave. Gally's character arc in the movie, particularly his preference for the known oppression of the mass over the unknown outside the world can be seen as interpretation of Plato's allegory, where individuals prefer the comforts of ignorance over the potential of enlightenment. Lord of the Files, author James Dashner stated that he purposefully wrote The Maze Runner to show that a group of boys would act differently than how they did in Lord of the Files, forming a brotherhood and protecting each other. First person limited point of view. The Maze Runner is told from the first person perspective, primarily through the eyes of the protagonist, Thomas. This allows reader to experience the world of the glade and the maze from his point of view. Thomas' thoughts, confusion, and personal growth are central to the story. The effect is the first person narration creates a sense of immediacy and intimacy. Drawing the reader into Thomas' experiences, it also reflects his disorientation and confusion upon working in the glade with no memory of his past. Readers learn information as Thomas does, heightening suspense and mystery. The grand narrative in The Maze Runner. In the book, the characters are trapped in the maze and controlled by a mysterious organization, or wicked, which represents a larger grand narrative of authority, control, and survival. The characters have been placed in this environment as part of an experiment to cure a world suffering from a deadly disease, or the flare, which ties into the broader grand narrative of human progress, the fight against disease, and the idea of sacrificing individuals for a greater cause. Throughout the series, the characters begin to question and challenge this overarching narrative, the idea that they are expendable for the greater good or that the end justifies the means. This disruption of a grand narrative, such as the belief in unnecessary sacrifice or the idea of human experimentation for a larger purpose, plays a big role in the characters' development and their resistance against the forces controlling them. In a broader sense, The Maze Runner critiques the grand narrative of institutional power and the ethical questions of survival and control. It challenges the idea that society, for even the characters, should blindly follow authority without questioning the cause or moral implications of doing so. As the characters fight against their manipulative environment, they seek to rewrite their own story, breaking away from the larger narrative that was imposed on them. So while the novel doesn't directly engage with a specific grand narrative like the American dream or traditional notions of progress, it definitely challenges the larger societal or philosophical narrative of control, experimentation, and sacrifice. These are the examples of grand narrative in The Maze Runner. The Wicked's grand narrative, justifying control. Wicked enforces a grand narrative to justify its action by saying, "We must sacrifice a few to save humanity. Suffering is necessary for progress. Only those who survive the maze are worthy." By controlling memory, environment, and information, Wicked ensures that the gliders believe that the maze is necessary. This reflects real-world institutions that impose control through ideology, convincing people to accept suffering as a part of a greater good. Second is Thomas and the gliders, challenging the narrative. Thomas questions Wicked's authority, refusing to accept their version of reality.
The gliders form their own micro-narratives based on survival, teamwork, and the belief that they deserve freedom. This shift represents a rejection of imposed ideology, emphasizing that individuals should think critically rather than blindly accept authority.
This also reflects Lyotard's argument that modern society no longer accepts a single truth, but instead values individual perspectives and fragmented realities. In conclusion, The Maze Runner is more than just a dystopian for survival story. It critiques power, technology, ethics, and identity. Through Wicked's control and Thomas' rebellion, the novel questions who has the right to shape reality and whether individuals can break free from imposed system. It is a warning about the dangers of blindly following authority and a call to seek one's own truth in a world designed to control. These are the references that I used for this presentation. Thank you all for listening. If you have any question, feel free to ask me.